Good morning, captains. It's me, Tonic TZW. It's update day to day. It is Monday morning. I have got coffee. I've got the PlayStation on, waiting to update, but I won't be able to get in and play any games until later on this evening. We might do a live stream, I'm not sure. But as you'll have seen from the videos I dropped over the weekend, I've been grinding the Zieten, and it's been a ship that it's taken me a little while to get to grips with. I've kind of found a play style with it, but I still think I'm being a little bit too aggressive. But then again, it could be me being too aggressive, or it could be the fact that a lot of people, especially given the amount of awamis in the game, do just want to sit back and wait and let somebody else kind of do all the work. At least in the early stages of the game, nobody wants to get their paint scratched. And it's incredibly frustrating because, if anything, I need support. Now, I was talking to a few guys on Facebook about the Zieten and how they had a build. What I had been running was Celiacs with Hipper and Cunningham. It was working secondary-wise. However, the main battery accuracy was absolutely trashed, and I'd completely forgotten that from way back when I've got a Lane Shanhorse, which is better for accuracy, and somebody said give that a go, and so I did. And as you'll see from this Ochachov or Ochakov, that accuracy is greatly improved as he takes a 24,000 double citadel shot from about 12.5 Ks. And I was like, oh, actually, that's quite handy. That's a big improvement over where we were. And we've got two Awamis, but I'm very much the lead big ship here, and we've got two Awamis. We've got a Veneto there who's going to run his smoke, so because he's run his smoke and I've been able to drop detection, I want to try and get tucked in here on the corner of this island and help to take the cap. We see torpedoes coming. That's obviously the Awamis, and the range on those things is absolutely crazy. But one of the things I did notice from the start of the game is that both destroyers have come this way, and that has allowed Red Team to sail straight into B cap and turn that, and Red Team are also pushing C cap, which isn't good because all of our ships across there on sea are hiding behind islands. But should we be surprised at that? No, we shouldn't be surprised, because people hiding behind islands is beep, 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 ruining this game. There we go. That's the vent off. Apparently you're not supposed to swear within the first 5 minutes of a live stream or a YouTube video, but honestly, this game makes that extremely difficult to achieve. But we'll try it. We're 3.5 minutes in, we haven't sworn yet, but here we go. There's a destroyer there. Oh dear, it's a Delny. My secondaries are going to get locked onto him, and one of these destroyers should be able to outspot that guy. At least one of them. So now I can see I've got Delny torpedoes, I've got Awami, he's got torpedoes too, and yeah, this is not where I wanted to be. Another ship has pushed up, a ship has pushed out, so I'm feeling better. We're pushing the cap, but everybody knows, I think, that that these battleship / battle cruisers are just easy pickings if you catch them on a broadside. Now I see that Awami turning. I'm thinking he's trying to get an angle for torpedoes on me. He'd already been angled the other way. I'm expecting this to be a torpedo trade and a trip back to port. I'm watching the fact that I'm broadside to everybody out there on the left flank. That Delny is still in the smoke. My secondaries are on it. But there goes the Awami. We don't get all the damage because one of the destroyers gets torpedoes on it too. And in hindsight, I possibly should have switched to high explosive here and gone after this Delny. But they're mini cruisers, and I'm thinking surely the armor piercing will do some damage to that guy. But we are absolutely drilling him. But that Whammy there, he's quite handy with those final shots. I don't know how he ends up in the game, but yeah, ship's just about gone. Bang, Whammy picks up the kill. So now what I want to do is get off my broadside, now that we've got this cap, and I want to start pushing through. I'm thinking and playing like a destroyer about capture points, and meanwhile, our destroyers go, greyhound racing up the side of the map, and I'm thinking, guys, we don't have the capture points. We need the capture points. We may have a lead on ships, but we need the capture points to win. And here is another example of the accuracy that I've achieved with Scharnhorst, because we're on 80,000 damage and we jump up to nearly 93, and then the secondaries are on the Kagero. And what I want to point out here is there's a few people in the Facebook groups, and they've been going, it's ridiculous. Destroyers have unlimited torpedoes. They can hide, 5Ks away from you. Then they can run in every 30 seconds, firing torpedoes, and you're always going to get dev struck. You can't survive. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's what your destroyers and your cruisers are for, to spot those guys and kill them. But this was a prime example of what makes it difficult to play a destroyer at high tier. I came round the corner. I didn't even know that Kagero was there. I didn't even have to look at him. And as soon as he was spotted and he was in range, my secondaries opened up on him. And that immediately alerted me to the fact there was something to the right ahead of the Pommern. So it's like having an alarm bell, point you in the direction of the closest danger. A bit like Twist and Tracker, really. But yeah, having those secondaries fire off when I hadn't seen a ship can be a lifesaver. And I'm here in the middle of a capture point while my destroyers are still running around trying to torpedo battleships at the back of the map. But this guy knows his stuff, and I'm sorry for scraping your paint there. But he runs his smoke, but it's a little bit too quickly. And we overrun the smoke. But I think this Udaloy knows what he's doing. I think. Because I'm sitting here, I'm trying to stay covered from that Pommern. Now, I am running fight fire with fire in this game, which is something that I forgot a little bit later on, because I don't play battleships. It is very much something that I am still learning to do in an effective way. And sometimes ships can be forgiving, and other times they will let you know that you are being punished. But it is 5 plays 4. We now have 2 caps, but you'll see that we are behind on points because Red Team have had 2 caps for ages, but the Udaloy gets his torpedoes on, and that brings us within a whisker of Red Team's points, and now we are going to push. Because are we past 5 minutes? Yes, we are, so I can say naughty words now. What I like about the Zieten is you can play it for shits and giggles. Because here, I really don't think there's a chance that we would lose the game now, because we have 2 destroyers, and I really think we're in with a solid chance. However, I don't want to give the game away completely to Red Team. We pick up a Confederate, we haven't got any other medals. So I think I've really been kind of pushing and working hard, but I know that Veneto is out there, and I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, well, how far away is that destroyer and what is he doing? Are they going to be able to get shots onto that Veneto and knock him off the map? The Veneto is still looking at me because he knows I'm at a bad angle. And this is where not paying attention nearly cost me my life, because the Bismarck absolutely chunks me. And although I dropped detection, that Veneto, I don't know if he had it in for me or something like that, but he takes everything but 149 hit points from me. But we are going to take another cap. And that's absolutely bonkers, because we've got 2 cap assists now in a brawling battleship. We've got 149 hit points left. And I'm thinking, okay, we could sit here, we could do nothing. And I was asking the destroyer for support, and he was great and did come in alongside me to give me the support, certainly with the smoke early on, and then in this cap here. And it was when my hit points didn't start going up that I realised that I was running fight fire with fire. So I need to change the way I play a little bit to work out how best to utilize fight fire with fire. I know the description tells you how it works. However, it's not always easy to remember when best to use your damage controls and things like that in a game. Certainly when you're in the heat of battle with things around you. But this game is called The Final Salute. It is a new damage record for me in the Zieten. We're left with about 30,000 XP to go until we get to the Prinz Ruprecht. And so, with the game in hand, I can afford to die. And we're going to wait until these guys sail into each other. Look, that Veneto is like staring at me. He's just looking back this way. Our Awami is still parked behind the back end of ACAP. Seriously, man. All the way out there. But with that final salute, we land a fire and a high caliber. The Veneto puts his guns onto us, and he gets all of 149 hit points on that kill. But that fire is ticking. We didn't need to fire the guns. We could have taken probably a dreadnought and a fireproof out of that as well. But now we see the shots coming in. The Awami has finally decided to push out from behind his rock on ACAP. The team are piling on the pressure. It isn't going to be long until these guys disappear, but we lose our Baltimore. 846 points. There's torpedoes running. The Elbing takes a kill. Didn't even realise we had an Elbing in this game, to be honest. Is there going to be a final salvo on this Awami, or is it going to be the Elbing? Let's have a look. Who's going to get the kill? I don't remember who gets this one. They're all on it. And it's the Elbing again, taking 2 kills right on the buzzer. But there you go. Just under 160,000 damage. As I said, new personal best for me. I think I did a solid job on that one, trying to play hard and play fast. And again, we finish top of the team. Elbing taken 3 kills, and I even beat him, which absolutely blew my mind. So maybe I need to change that tagline of I don't know how to play battleships, because I think I'm learning and I'm gradually getting better. So if you have enjoyed that one, please do hit the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, or tell your friends and get them along to subscribe too. We're on our way to 900 now. I'll see you at the high seas later on this evening. Take care and goodbye.